These are the focus playing cards, and this is why focus is important. One side says aperture, one side says exposure. Underneath the custom tuck seal, which I'll get to in a second, says ISO. Bottom of the tuck box has Adam Borderline, Murphy's Magic, and USPCC ad copy, and this is Adam Borderline's third deck that he produced. We'll get to the back of the tuck box in a second, and then you get a custom Adam Borderline tuck seal. The large inner tuck flap is a camera, and the entire inside of the tuck box repeats the word focus over and over and over. But since that's all I can say for the tuck box, let's take a look at the cards inside. The back design is what you just saw on the back of the tuck box and is absolutely gorgeous. A bunch of super clean lines, red, blacks, and whites. You can't ask for much better. And it fans beautifully too, from both directions. When it comes to the number cards, everything is going to be USPCC standard, nothing new here. But when you're trying to keep a deck simple and clean, this is definitely the way to go. Your 3 aces are going to be the same. Then Adam took the court cards from USPCC and then customized them and made them absolutely fit this deck, which I love. All of the black cards are now only black and gray and white. They have been simplified a little bit, but still definitely reminiscent of the regular courts. And then when it comes to your red cards, you now have definitely been simplified, and all of the blues are gone. So you now only have the blacks, reds, and yellows. So definitely super beautiful all the way through. And then you have your clubs and your hearts as well. Super beautiful. For your ad cards, you have one card that says ISO, aperture, shutter speed, exposure, and focus, and dedicated to art. And your second ad card is a double backer. Next, you get duplicate jokers. And last but not least, your focus playing cards, Ace of Spades. Now before you pick up this deck, you're going to want to know how this deck is going to feel in your hands. The website says that it's on a crushed stock and it's from USPCC, but what is that actually going to mean practically? So when I'm using this deck right here, it feels like it's a little bit thicker than a normal deck of playing cards, and it's super snappy. So snappy decks are more for things like Backdrop, which look like this, or ATM, which look like this. So clearly a really bunch of snappy moves where the cards just fly. And then buttery decks are more for things like Under Pressure, which look like this. So clearly it's going to work for things like Under Pressure as well. Like, that looked beautiful. But at the same time, if I had to lean one way, just listen to this dribble and you'll be able to tell for yourself. I mean, that just sounds like a super crispy deck. And if you're wanting to pick this deck up for yourself, then make sure to check out the link that pops up right here in a second, and you can get it for 10% off with code CardPerfectMagician. And if you love deck reviews, then make sure to subscribe to the channel because I put one out every single week. And if you need to know how to use the cards, then I would highly recommend learning a magic trick, and you can check out this mind-blowing trick right here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is CPM, signing off.